It's 2024. Are you having a hard time buying a home because you can't get your offer accepted? This video is for you. Stay tuned. Because quite frankly, buying a house in 2024 really is a street fight. Before we get into the 5 things that you need to do, there's some basic things that you need to understand. First, you need a local, high-quality lender. Not somebody from a national company that does a lot of advertising. That's not going to help you. The reason is they're not as motivated as you are. They're not going to work as hard for you, and they'll probably be late. The seller is comparing your offer against other offers. They're going to pass you over because of that large national lender. They may or may not have a good reputation, and chances are they probably don't. A local, high-quality lender. Your agent should help you connect with one. A type of loan. Look, there's a hierarchy in the loan process. The top of the list is a conventional loan. Okay, if you can't do a conventional loan, you're going to be doing an FHA loan, or maybe you're a veteran like me and you're doing a VA loan. Just understand that conventional loans are received a lot better because they often have 20% down. If you don't have 20% down, you can still buy a house. Just know you're at a disadvantage when you're competing against those other loans. In my past experience, we were competing in a market where we had 5 or 6 conventional loans we were competing with. We were in an FHA loan. They wouldn't even look at our offer. Okay, just have to understand that. Sometimes it depends on price range where those things come into play. And of course, a veteran loan, I try to present that in a much stronger light because I am a veteran and help people understand that it is a higher quality loan than other products. And the last thing, price. Look, price is really important. That's the first thing you're going to talk about is how much you're going to offer. Don't let the asking price get in the way of your success. And what I mean is, that's an asking price, okay? Chances are good you are going to have to do more than the asking price in a competitive market like we're in today. Right now, the asking price is kind of like a stop sign in an empty parking lot. You can stop at it, but it's not going to do you any good. That price is a starting conversation. If you make your offer that offer and you're competing with other offers, you're probably not going to be successful. So that's the basics. Those are the 3 things you need to know before we can get into the tips. First, tip number 1, high quality education. You need to know what's going on in the market, and you depend on your realtor to tell you those things. You need to know how much of a seller's market it really is. If a home's on the market today, will it last 3 days? You need to know those things, and you need to be prepared for it. High quality education on the market is important. It's critical. You understand what's going on in the market today. Your agent is supposed to tell you those things so that you make better offers. If you don't understand what's going on in the market, or your agent doesn't understand, you can't make a competitive offer that's going to win. That's the bottom line. Number 2 thing that's really important, high quality communication with the listing agent. Your agent needs to reach out to them and talk to them and find out what's important. Are they setting a deadline? The sellers have a certain closing date that they want. Do they want as much money as they can get? Are they only taking certain kind of loans? Are they only taking cash? What are the things that are important to the seller? Because if you can give the seller what they want, chances are good they're going to give you what you want. And too many times I've seen agents not ever reach out to the listing agent. I just had an situation where I had 15 offers on one of the homes that I was selling, and less than half of those agents that wrote offers connected with me and asked me questions. Now, the ones that did ask questions, they didn't ask great questions, and they didn't get any good information because they don't know how to ask questions. The importance is not just communicating, it's high quality communications. Asking the right questions, learning what the seller wants. Those are things that a high quality agent will do for you. And if you don't have that, you're not going to be successful. Tip number 3, when you write your offer, set yourself apart. If the house is listed at 300, anybody can offer that. Obviously, you're going to go above that 300 point. Okay, but what number are you going to use? Are you going to use 3.5, 310, 315? I'll just tell you right now, everybody is going to use that strategy. How are you going to be different? If you're going to do 310, do 311. Do 311 500. And the reason is, if 3 people write 310, the seller doesn't know what to do. How are they going to pick them? But if 2 people write 310 and you write 311, guess what? Your offer's better. And sometimes it's just that little edge that can give you the deal. I've won an offer by writing $25 more than somebody else. $25 gets you the deal sometimes. But just be smart. Have that conversation with your agent, especially if they're not having it with you. So set yourself apart, find a way to do that, making sure your offer is unique and there's nobody else that's going to compete with you on that level. Tip number 4, how is your offer presented to the listing agent? Your agent's going to write an email and send that offer to them. Make sure that everything is in that email, the offer, the disclosures, all of them, all signed. Make sure that you have that pre-approval letter, because you know what? It's not the seller's agent responsibility to ask for that. It's your agent's responsibility to send that. Make sure the pre-approval letter is for the right amount, and make sure that pre-approval letter is current. These are all the things that your agent should be doing for you. Again, I just had a situation where I had 15 offers, and one of the offers wrote a conventional loan, but they didn't send me the pre-approval. Did I ask for it? No. And you know why? Because as a listing side, I evaluate that buyer agent based on their performance and writing the offer. So if they don't send me that pre-approval when they write the offer, either it doesn't exist or they forgot. And you know what? When I have 15 to choose from, the people that forget things are the ones that are going to be forgotten, which means that poor buyer had no idea they weren't well represented in that fight. Here's tip number 5. This one's really important. Be smart about how you write your offer. Don't ask for all the extra things. Don't ask for a credit. Don't offer $305 but ask for a $5,000 credit. That means your offer is only $300, and if asking price is $300, guess what? You're on the bench. You're not going to make it. Don't ask for a home warranty. That's a couple $100 that makes your offer a little bit worse. That's kind of like going into a boxing ring with one arm tied behind your back. You wouldn't want to do that. Certainly wouldn't want to do that in a street fight. So don't do that when you're trying to buy a house. Because quite frankly, buying a house in 2024 really is a street fight. And you need someone on your side that knows how to do these things and make sure your offer is presented in the best possible light and as strong as possible. I'm James Tiernan from the Tiernan Group at Keller Williams North Shore West, your guide to real estate. If you like these 5 tips, stay tuned for another video from me giving you 3 more top tier tips that will help you edge the competition out.